Alright, so I didn't quite get my levels marked up from last week, but we'll go ahead and do that right now. So always do the top and bottom of the week in orange. That way I know what I'm doing. So those get orange. And so we are kind of in this range here. So here's probably your broadening formation. I'm looking for price to come up into this range up here to 56.73. Um, right now, I don't know, if they're going to bring it down here to 56.10 or they'll pop it up here to 56.54. So just kind of wait on that. As far as that goes. I've made the mistake so many times of just like jumping in the trade right at open and then it not going in my favor. So just trying to be a little more patient, learn to be a little more patient. I'm going to turn my mic on and off periodically because I'm still trying to finish dinner. So it just came out of the oven not too long ago, so I kind of want to eat it while it's hot. Anyway, so there's previous week's high and low. Like I said, I am looking because this was a two down green week. I'm looking for price to come up in here. They may retrace it some and then pop it up, but that's pretty much what I'm looking for here off the bat. Um, I'll do this day in blue, but I'm just gonna do a horizontal line or ray. Sorry on that. So that lets me know that's the low of the previous day. I'm not gonna put a high on it, but so yeah, so they may retrace price down into here a little bit, 56.14, before upward mobility, up into here in 56.67. So they are buying it right at open. So that's actually a really good thing to see. I want to get this top step past this week, and I'll show you my stats on that. Phoebe's barking at a bird outside. So here's where I really struggle with the Top Step, their consistency rule in eval. So my best day you can see was 1826. My worst day was 144, which made my percentage at 107%. I got to get that below 50%. So it's like, do I lose some to make it, I mean, like, I'm going to have to, you know, make probably 500 or 600 bucks in it in order to even that out. How long have I been trading? Um, I've only been trading futures a little over a year, about probably about 14, 15 months. But I traded options off and on for about 3 years, maybe four. I lost both my parents within a span of 2 years, so I that really took a toll on me mentally and emotionally, and I needed to take breaks, so I just wasn't in the mindset to trade. So there's a high and low of last week. We are in this mother bar range here on the daily. So what I like to do is draw the fib on that candle, and then sometimes you can play the fib range on the mother bar range candle. I'll do NQ here real quick. Probably just run through all the indices. I got my camera off because I'm still eating supper, so I don't want to. You guys don't need to see me eating. Let's see. Move some of these broadening formations. I'm tempted to go long, but I just don't know, if they're gonna start selling it off and come back down into here. So just trying to be patient. Especially here at the open, new week and everything. So, but last week was what the strat would call a failed two, which means that it was down. I'm sorry. Well, actually, on NQ it was not down. It was an inside green. I think ES was failed too. No, actually, ES was inside as well. So inside would be inside the previous candle range. However, since they were green, that does tend to lean bullish. So we'll go ahead and draw previous week's high and low on these as well. So those get orange. I kind of came up with my own color coding system, similar to the way Sarah Strat Sniper does hers as well. I don't think she uses the same colors as I do, but I just I kind of got the idea from her. There's indicators that'll do it for you on TradingView, but I like to do it myself. So previous day's low is going to get a blue. And it's just so when I'm looking at the chart, I can kind of, if I'm looking at a smaller time frame, I can still kind of get an indication of you know, where we are um, overall. So you can kind of see here why I didn't really want to go long and kind of wait a little bit. So if you go down here to, let's say, the hour, we're coming down so far, so they are selling it a bit here on NQ. So I'll be looking for maybe this 19477 area to hit. You know, if they continue to pull it back a little bit. I cooked a beef roast, and I gotta tell you, I put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in it, and it's a little spicy, but it's good. So I'm going to draw my fib on this from this mother bar range here on NQ. I'm tempted to take a little bit of a short, but I'm just going to wait and see how things develop a little more. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I did take a micro short here on the Top Step account, so I'm up 26.50 on that. So if you'd have taken a mini, that would have been really nice. Oh hey, good to see you. Sorry you have to hear my dog. She gets a little excited. Seems like. Yeah, that short actually would have worked out great if I'd have taken a mini, but so I was just targeting in here this 19,477. So we'll see if we get another 10-point pullback there on that. Is it 977? Let's mark it up and see. Yeah, about 8.3. I'm really impressed with this roast I made. It's been a while since I made one, and it turned out fantastic. I think the key was I put a little bit of that Cajun seasoning in it, and it gave it some spice. So, but just about the perfect amount of spice, not a ton. So that's what I was looking at, a little bit of a pullback there, um, to start that. I don't know why I had this. Oh, that's the fib. I need to change the fib because I use those. I use the blue for the daily high and low. Yeah, two down on the 15. Oh, so you know the strat? Awesome. So I'm gonna change my fib, I think, to yellow. No, I don't like that. Let's do like a pinkish for the fib. Let's do like a light pink kind of. That way it's not super overpowering. And I don't do all the fibs anyway. See, that one needs to be changed though. Getting the girly colors going. Strat and ICT, yes. So here's the thing. I think Strat plus ICT is like super, super powerful. Super powerful in my opinion. Um, I just started noticing things like as far as like wicks. So, the strat says, okay, your entry needs to be at a wick, but on a higher time frame, it actually needs to be, in my opinion, on the body. So, and I've just learned how to read the higher time frames versus the lower ones. So, all right, cool. So this short is working out. So, not bad. A little 40. We'll call it $40 there on one MNQ. That's certainly not bad at all. Uh, Too bad I didn't take an ES because that would have worked out perfectly. So ES, I'm looking maybe for 56.21 to hit. So this area here. But yeah, Taika, I agree with you. Strat plus ICT, I think is um like the only way to go. Um Maka, so Strat is something that was created by Rob Smith, and he passed away last year, so unfortunately he's no longer with us. But it's basically a way to read price action. It's kind of its own language. I'll show you a little bit of it, I need to get. I'll send you I'll send you a DM if you don't mind on Discord of the Strat candles and but it's super powerful. So right here, this is a 2 down, and I'll turn on these. This will show the labels. So you can see right here, this was what, so this is on NQ on the 15 minute. I don't know, you can probably see it now if I zoom in here. So we had a 3, which was an outside candle, which took out both sides of the previous candle. And then we got a 2 down. So we almost hit this wick here, which would have been my target. You know, and then now from here, if we get a 2 down, we're likely to either get back inside green and then continuation of downward momentum. So here on the daily, you can see we had a 2 up on Friday, which meant that it went up, and then now we're getting a back inside red. However, we've almost hit target. Well, my target. So, which was here at 83. So they could reverse it back up here and start buying it and push us 2 up on the day, which I'd be targeting this area up here in 19,680. So there's your 15 minute. Your 5 is 2 down, but it's a green so far. But if they continue to push it down, then I'd be looking to target this area here at 64, which would be another 20 points down here on NQ. So one thing that ICT and the strat share in common is broadening formations. I don't really see like I had one. Okay, so you could draw your broadening formation. This is the weekly time frame here on NQ. And so if you zoom out, you'll see about where we are, right? So because price broadens or expands, you know, so we'll just have to, you know, nobody really knows what it does. It's just I think the strat kind of gives you a little bit of a clue. Um, great job, Taika, fantastic. $80, hey, $80 is $80, right? I mean, if you got out there and bought at that 83 when I said, that was like a target, I mean, and took it back up, I mean, there's 10 points right there. Which I'm going to get out of that. Um so I'd really like us to come up here to 516 so I could have a little more conviction to go long. I really don't have a conviction either way right now, especially since they hit the target there on the downside at 83. So I don't know. It could go either way right here. I'm trying to be more patient with my setups, before I hop in. So just something I'm working on. So 4 hour is a two down red. I'd be looking for 967 to hit here on NQ. Unless some real big buying power came in and they start pushing it up through this range, which is certainly possible, right? That 81, 83 may have been the target and then they just reverse it and bring it back up. This is the 4 hour time frame. But being that we're in this range right here, I'd really like to see them hit, come down and hit this liquidity here at 67 ish. Remains to be seen what they're going to do with it. What do I prefer? I trade both. Um, I trade both ES and NQ. I like them for various reasons. When I first started trading futures, I traded ES exclusively and did well. Then someone convinced me to switch to NQ. I cannot tell you how many accounts I blew with NQ thinking I could figure it out. It's just it moves so fast that it's really hard um to it it's a hard beast to tangle. I have not traded YM very much. I have traded it some, but not as not as much as ES or NQ. I like ES because I figure I can usually get 50 to 100 $150 and kind of be done. And if ES is moving, you can capture that in just a few short minutes. However, I feel like NQ also provides a lot of opportunity if you can size down with it. Excuse me, if you can size down with it. And also, I like that NQ seems to really respect the fair value gaps. So for that reason, I like NQ. I feel like they both have their pros and cons. I have a friend who only trades ES and he does extremely well. Uh, I know most of the YouTubers out there uh, trade NQ. So if you can catch NQ on 10, 20, 50 points, and there's been streams where I caught NQ on 100. It can it can really you can really make a lot of money with NQ. So I just don't, especially during New York. If I'm gonna look at NQ, I have to go down to MNQ just because it moves so fast, or at most trade one mini. So what I've liked to do lately is to trade one mini on ES and 3 to 5 MNQ. If they break through these 80s here on NQ, I would look for this liquidity here at 64 to hit. if you're trading on a larger time frame, which I prefer to do, you know, sometimes you have to really let things develop. Let's take a look at gold. Two down on the 4 hour, but they're starting to buy it. Oil's turning into a 2 up red on the 4 hour. Outside on the hour. That makes me really want to take a little bit of a short here on in fact I'm going to. I'm just take one micro one if it'll fill me, one micro on oil. Good thing about the strat is it works on any time frame, any ticker. So you can pretty much look at a chart and go, okay, cool. I don't know if that's gonna fill me or not on that. Doesn't look like it. So we had an outside on the 30. We come back inside green on oil here on the hour. Um, let's say go two down. Hard to say what's happening. I don't really play oil that much anyway. Gold, they are buying it here, especially on the 30-minute. If you wanted to get long ES, I would stay long. Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'd be looking to stay long against 56.25. I don't use any indicators. The only indicator I have on right now is something that is paid. It's called the Strat Alerts by Ngami. It just alerts me to certain strat setups if I'm not paying attention. But otherwise, I don't. That's really the only one I pay for because in fact I don't even need it. Because I've learned to read all the strat candles. If you're new to the strat, the one I would recommend is this one right here. You can either use Strat Assistant or there's one, I think it's called the Strat, here it is, the Strat Teach Volume 2. So what that does is that will that will tell you whether the candle was inside two up or two down, or outside here. So, and it shows an arrow, whether it's, up or down, so on and so forth. I don't know what all it has in it. Just because, like I said, I don't really need it. Okay, so it'll show all your patterns with that, and that's free. So it's the Strat Teach V2 Volume 2. I do like this one. That'll show you the New York session high and low. I can't remember what that one's called, but that's pretty much it. I've gotten so used to reading the strat candles that I don't need anything to help me, which thank God. But I feel like so many. I mean, and I get it. I never used indicators in the beginning. Um, I had people tell me, "Oh, you need to use MACD and RSI," and I don't know. EMA crosses and all this. I didn't have time for it. To be honest with you, and they were lagging anyway, so I felt like, why should I? So I just literally, especially when I started trading futures, I just sat down and really watched price and how it would react, especially as it related to the strat. Here's the reason I say long against 25. Here's where my stop would be, and here's the reason why. It is the bottom of this mother bar range here on the 30-minute. If they start reversing price back below this, and especially back below this shooter slash doji, then below 22, then I would look for 21 all the way down in here into 20. It's the beauty of the strat, though. It works on any time frame, uh, any ticker, and you don't need any indicators. This could just be a temporary retrace, though, for them to take price lower. But I don't know. Uh, go back to the day, and we're very, very much inside day. Um, on ES and in Q, but since the week was bullish last week, I think this could just be temporary price retrace to take us higher. Again, I don't know. No one does that I know of. Maybe some of the hedge fund guys, they might know. The ones that have more money than we'll ever see in our lifetimes. All right, if you took the long there at 25, you're up almost 2 points. So that's $100 on a yes. How long did it take me to pass my first prop? Probably within a month, maybe a little less than that. Now, how long it took me to get to a payout? A little bit longer. Got cocky, went heavy. It took a while to figure out the risk to reward and money management part. As far as trading it, no problem at all. But um it took me a while to get the money management and all that kind of stuff down pat. So it took me probably 6 months to get a payout, I would say. Maybe a little less than that. Um, Maybe about 4 or 5 months. But then from payout to payout again, it took a little longer. So it's it's a process, right? At least for me, it has been. It's a process. It's mindset. It's other things going on in life. Um, you know, so not sizing too heavy, being patient. All those sorts of things. I mean, there's a million factors that come into it. Um, had I had the discipline to walk away when I was up $500-600 for the day, rather than sitting there and keep trading and giving it back, yeah, I'd have had a million payouts by now. But just so many things come into it, I think. So nice long there against 25 on ES. So up two and a quarter points. Like I said, that could have just been a pullback in order to take us higher, and that's what it's looking like so far tonight. Oh, looks like I got executed on that MCL short. May not have wanted to. Yeah, it finally filled. I don't know what the delay was in filling on that. That's kind of strange. So for that reason, I'm not real comfortable being in that. I don't know why it took so long to fill on that. I mean, I had that order, I was trying to get filled on it, so I don't know. Just seems a little strange that it took that long to fill that order. Let's look on the daily. I mean, possibly down to 68, 66 there on oil. So I think I'll leave it. I'll put a stop loss. This is some micro. So I'll put a stop loss up here. Um what is happening? it should be the right contract on oil. Since I don't know, I'm just gonna go ahead and close that. I don't know what's going on with that oil. And I'm glad it's just a micro, but I don't know what's going on with that. It just seems really strange. And in fact, I'm gonna log out because it keeps saying that the order's timing out. I don't know what's going on with that, and I don't want to mess that up. I may have to log into TradeEvade itself and close that order out. I don't know what's going on with that, and I don't like that. If I can't tell what's happening, I don't want to be in there. Uh oh gosh, I would never. No, I would not advise you to quit your day job to be a full-time trader. Absolutely not. Um I mean, I can't advise you. You can do what you want, but you're grown, I'm sure. But no, I have a government job. I can't. I There's way too many benefits for that. That I there's no way. I'd be scared to death. Um, Trust me, I've contemplated it. Not gonna lie, but not being a full time government employee. There's no way. All right, I'm gonna log in off screen over here on TradeEvade. I don't know what's happening with this, and why it's timing out. And I do not want to be stuck in a position that I can't get out of here. So give me just a minute. Let me let me close that out. I don't know what's going on with it, but like I said, I don't want to be stuck in something I can't get out of. Uh, and it will be contract rollover here soon as well, so that may be what's going on with this, that it won't let me out. Um, yeah, and see, it's not even showing I'm still in it, so that's good. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's very strange. Okay, finally it let me out. Thank God. Wait, am I out? No. It's still showing I'm in, and it's not letting me exit. What the heck is happening? Oh, great. Well, good thing it's green, but it won't let me out. That's for darn sure. very strange. I don't know if I'm on the wrong contract for oil. It's very possible because we're rolling over. Um, it just keeps saying request timeout. I don't understand what's happening. Look, this is very strange. I don't, it just says request timeout. I mean, I'm green in the position. If I exit at market and cancel, like nothing is happening. I don't understand. It's a good thing it's a micro and not a mini because I would be really mad. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm going to cancel all the orders. There's no working orders. I know Apex used to have a thing where you could go on their website and flatten. I don't know. It's just extremely strange. Thank God I got out. Okay. Jeez. Wheeze. Alright. I canceled all the orders. Oh my gosh, guys. ES. Wow. Look. I'm glad I took it in my Top Step account. Look. Yay! That was the one from 57 that or from 27 I said get long. I got long 3 M&Qs as well. So probably gonna sell 2 of those. Let's take the profit on those. Nice push there from 25 actually is where I called that. So long against 25 and we're up to 30. So 5 points there on ES. Not a bad call. I'm going to get out of that as well, lock in that profit. Um, so $203 there on the Top Step account. Too bad I didn't take it in the Apex one. It's all good. I was trying to figure out that ES, which was more important to me at the moment, or not ES, but that oil, which was more important to me at the moment. So, good lord, I don't know what was happening there, but I needed to figure it out because it was important. Why I couldn't get out of that. So yeah, so temporary pullback as I said, and then up. So we had a outside there, or I'm sorry, two down there on the hour, and then two up on the hour there on ES. Yes, that one was on Top Step. That was on their Top Step X platform. The one I couldn't get out of was on. I don't know what was happening there on Tradevate. And it could be that I was on the wrong oil contract. I'm not sure, but I that was priority. I needed to get out of that. I cannot believe that Cincinnati Bengals are beating the Chiefs right now in the fourth quarter. So last week I was in Vegas. I went to Vegas for a music festival that I go to every year, and uh, well, I haven't been to it in a couple of years, but I went to it this year, and I went to the sports book there at one of the casinos, and I if I bet it's very very small, so I had $5 on a parlay, a 10 team parlay that was gonna pay $2,500 if I won. The only team I didn't pick, well, I picked them to win last week, was the Bengals, and of course they lost. So it blew out my parlay. Thank God it was only $5, but still, it had the potential to pay me $2,500, and I was very upset with them. And then now this week, what's happening? They're winning against the Chiefs. Like, how's that possible? They let me down on the week I need them to, and then this week, when I think that they don't even have a chance of winning against the Chiefs, here they are. It's just, it's so crazy. Nice push, very very nice push there on ES. So 5 points called out live right there on stream. Yeah, hustle. I would not. No, I can never advise somebody to quit their job to pursue trading full time. But that's just me. I'm very risk averse like that. Uh, I I like stability, but you know most women do that I know. I look at trading as extra income. Why do I trade on different prop accounts? The same reason I have different bank accounts. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket. And I think there's pros and cons to each. Um, I am very loyal to Apex. The first prop firm I started with was Elite Trader Funding. They refused to pay me out. I had not broken any rules. I did everything that they said. They just refused to pay me. So I left them and I went to Apex. And I have gotten payouts with Apex. I have not gotten a payout with Top Step, because I always had issues with passing their 50% consistency rule in their evaluation accounts. But I'm working on that and getting. I'm almost certain I'll get this one passed. I prefer Apex because the CEO Daryl is a phenomenal guy, and he is very honest and stand up, and I like the way they run their company. Um, and their biggest benefit is, well, two benefits to them. They have cheap evaluation costs, and they also um, allow you to have 20 accounts. The only downside that I see to Apex is an intraday trailing drawdown. Now, with that said, if you can be disciplined and be consistent, that will never be an issue. Um, so there's that. With Top Step, I like that they have end of day drawdown. That is the only benefit that I see to Top Step. The only one. Um, they allow you to have 5 accounts. So those are the two that I trade with, is Apex and Top Step. I do have one fast track trading account. I do not like that CEO at all. He is extremely brash. Um, there was, well, he admitted it. It wasn't a rumor. He admitted it. He called somebody the N word. So this was long, but I had already bought that account. Otherwise, I would have never spent a freaking dime with him. Um, my family is very diverse, and I'm not going to put my money with somebody who um, is a racist. So that's the way I feel about that. Um, Tradeify is new on the scene. They seem to be a mix of fast track trading and Apex, but I have trust issues as far as new prop firms go. Apex and Top Step are the Top Step started the industry basically as far as prop firms for futures go. Apex came along, and in my opinion, they are the number one. So that's why I trade with different ones, but mostly just Apex and Top Step. The heat in Vegas, it was about 110 when I was there, but it is true what they say. It is a dry heat. It is very different from the south, where we have very high humidity. There are no issues with Apex on payouts as long as you follow their rules. Nice push on ES and NQ. If you stayed long ES against 25, you are very nice green. Very nice green. Had I not been dealing with that issue there with oil, I'd be in a good shape. I'm gonna take one micro here. Why is my order rejected? Should not be, unless that account is blown, and it shouldn't be. Why is my order getting rejected? Something going on with the Apex data? These accounts are not blown, nowhere near them. This is weird. Let me try something here. See if anybody's having a problem on Discord with Trade-Evate data. I'm just gonna do a micro here to make sure that's working. Okay, the rhythmic is working. That's really strange because I thought the Trade-Evate was working earlier. Maybe that's why I was having an issue getting out of that account too. Um Yep, the accounts are active. I don't know. It's very, very strange. So this Rhythmic account, and Hustler, to answer your question, this is also why I have Tradeovate and Rhythmic accounts. Crap like this. So this one is at 1022, and I got to get it to 109 to pass it. Guys, if anybody tells you you can't make money on a micro, I'm gonna tell you they're full of crap. Look at this. This was one micro. One micro right here. But yeah, no hustle, no issues with Apex payouts as long as you abide by their rules. Wow, Kansas City ended up coming back in the beating the Bengals by 1 point. Oh my gosh. That's wild. But Joe Burrow and that stupid porcupine haircut he's got, I don't know what he was thinking. I can't. That's wild. I thought the Bengals were going to win that game. Yeah, if I bet on sports, I don't bet more than $5 or $10. I'm just not. I'm not a big gambler, but I like to bet a little bit just to have some fun. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh man. I tell you though, I really had a lot of fun last Sunday, or it's the last Sunday. Yeah, yeah, last Sunday when um being in Vegas. Oh, at the I go to the Superbook there at Westgate, and it's fabulous, and I have such a good time, and obviously there's not a lot of women in there, but I did meet up with this group of three women that were in there watching football together, and they were having an absolute blast. And the Vikings beat the 49ers. Like, I thought they might have a chance today, but I wasn't, wasn't 100% sure, but the Vikings are actually off to a pretty good start. Okay, so I found out there is some issues with Trade of 8 at the moment. So glad it's not just me. Um yeah, yeah, here email me and we can set something up. I'm going to try to be a little more consistent on streaming. Um I went on vacation for a week. It was the first vacation, actual vacation I took in 4 years. So I needed some time off, but cuz I work a lot. And then, trade on the side, but yeah, I'd be glad to help you out. I don't know if we'll get a retrace back into here, back into this fair value gap here. Here at about 23 on ES, or I'm sorry, on NQ, and then back up. So you could get. It looks like it's happening. So maybe a little bit of a retrace here into this fair value gap. Here on the 30 minute, if you go down to the 5, we're probably going to have a 2 down. Let's see. Yep. 2 up red technically. Down into fair value gap here. Before probably continuation on up, but could, small retrace there, into that fair value gap. So yeah, I'd be looking down here at 25, 20, anywhere between 25 to 21, probably on a retrace into that fair value gap. All right. I'm gonna get off stream and probably hop back on somewhere around 9 o'clock. And we'll go from there. But so as it lies at the moment, we're 2 up on the hour. Uh, 2 down but green on the 4 hour. Inside on the out or inside on the day. But I'd be looking for them to bring price up. So that's about where we are at the moment. And I'll get back on probably somewhere around 9 o'clock Central, and we'll go from there. So, all right. Hope everyone enjoys their evening. Appreciate you guys tuning in. My Apex code is down in the description. It is Blues Trades. That'll get you the best discount off on Apex account. So, all right. Hope everyone has a good night and take care. I'll hop back on somewhere probably around 9.